Yusuke,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I want to know, how was your presentation?
Yes, I was I finished my presentation.
Yeah, finished,
Yes,
but
I feel
how was it?
it was not so bad.
Not so bad.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
in English. Was this your first English presentation?
Yes, it was my first presentation in
In
English.
English.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Were there many other presenters presenting in English?
Uh, in total, 11 speakers
Pres-
were
all presenting in English.
basically it was Japanese conference, but
Yes, I understand that. But who
yeah,
was presenting in English?
English is just 11 speakers.
There were 11 speakers presenting in English,
Yes.
and they were all Japanese.
No, seven Japanese and one Americans and three from Thai.
Okay. All right. So, of course, the Americans had the best English.
Yes, of course.
How many Japanese presenters in English?
It's
Three?
no, seven people.
Oh, seven Japanese presenters in
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions. Were the Thai better English at English than the Japanese?
Mm,
Or was it case by case for everyone?
no, basically Thai people is better than Japanese people.
Yeah, they many of these people, especially the higher education people,
Yes.
their education is in English.
Mhm.
Their university classes are taught in English, and many university graduates in Thailand, they went to private schools or
Mm.
English speaking public schools.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm.
Yeah. Many of the public school children, they never really go to university.
Mm.
So if you want to go to university, usually attend a private school that's taught
Mm.
in English. That's
Mm.
Thailand.
Mm.
Japan is a different world. There are many university presidents that don't speak English, university
Mm.
professors that don't speak English. But in Thailand, the universities, the classes are taught in English. And so if you don't have a primary English education, you can't attend
Mm.
university.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then sorry, among the Japanese presenters,
Mm.
how was your English?
Uh,
Was it in the middle? Was it at the top? Was it at the bottom? How were you among the Japanese presenters?
mm, maybe in middle.
Well, that's pretty good because it's your first
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
So starting out in the middle, that means you've been working hard. You did your homework. You've been studying.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Next time you're going to be near the top, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. When is the next time?
When it's my next English presentation is
Hmm.
next May, March, next
Next
March.
year, March of next year. Okay.
Yes, in Thailand.
Do you know the topic of your presentation?
It's prosthetic or orthotic or
Oh, so you don't know, you haven't created this presentation yet.
yes,
Have you done the research yet?
yes,
So the research is finished,
yes,
but you haven't written the the presentation yet.
yes.
You mean no?
No,
No.
yes.
No.
Just in my
Yeah,
brain.
okay. You have
Yeah.
an idea. All right. And there's time, but hopefully we can, by the time we get to next spring,
Yes.
it's going to get easier for you. Yeah. Because you worked really hard, and congratulations that you weren't at the bottom. I imagine Now you don't have to tell me who, but I imagine some of the lower level Japanese presenters were
Mm,
really struggling.
mm,
It was difficult for them. Maybe their pronunciation was difficult.
mm.
You know, it's like you can imagine they're reading something and people are like, "What?" They can't because it's katakana English
Yeah.
and now was there a Q and A session after the presentation?
Yes. As
How was the Q&A for you?
uh, it's actually it was hard for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah.
Mm.
But
Because
you survived the Q&A.
yes.
Now, I imagine some of the low level presenters had
Mm,
were totally lost at
mm.
the Q&A.
Yeah.
Even though they read katakana through and then the Q&A they couldn't function. Yeah.
Yes. I completely answered for
Great. That's
yes
good.
question.
That's good. And you can understand the
Um,
difficulty.
50%.
Yeah, and you can see that it requires it's like training, it's like a rehabilitation.
Yes.
It's a continuous process. You know, it's like any athlete will tell you got to stay in training or else you fall out of training. So, I'm glad to see that you're making the effort. Congratulations on a successful presentation in English.
Yeah. Thank you
There
for your support.
It's my pleasure. Now, and I'm very glad that many of my students, the English is just a hobby. They never get a chance to
Mm,
practically apply the English, right? And it makes it difficult. It's a difficult student. They don't take it seriously, and you don't see progress. But when you're motivated to perform better, your progress is better, right? It's nice. These students like you, I really enjoy having
mhm.
having a student that's motivated this way. Now, yeah, you can see that um, this is a process and a give and take. You know, you got like assignment and you return and you get critiqued, and then I ask questions and we have discussion and that kind of thing. That kind of building building out your English,
Mm,
growing it out,
yeah.
right? In this way, in an exercise fashion. You could also see that some of these people, it's like, oh, hey, go Decky Night. They haven't even started. You know,
Mm,
just they're not in the process yet. And for them, it's like, oh, they're standing afar, they're on the other side of the barrier. But here you are, you're in the process, and you can see, oh, there's a way forward. It's not a magic wall that I'm gonna
mm,
hit. It's just a matter of progress. You can see that.
yeah.
Please tell me something you learned specifically from this presentation. Is there something that was like, bing, oh, were there, or maybe some points that you took away?
So, about English skill.
English skill, making presentations in English, your study of English, important things, things that were not important. You know, it's like after this, it's like, oh, you come away with a new, maybe a new attitude.
Yeah. Uh, I realized that researchers of all all of world
Yeah.
have similar ideas
Oh,
in on
oh,
on brain.
okay.
So,
It's like a big club.
yes.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, I feel happy because there are there are many friends
Hmm.
of this my presentation. my research
Oh,
team.
so it was popular.
Yes,
So you had many questions.
yes,
And did you make networking connections? Did you exchange
yes,
information? Yeah, that's
mm,
great. Yeah. And not just Japanese, but
yes.
world class.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
In Japanese, few members, just few members, was interested in my team. My
Yet Japan is a small world.
yes,
And when you take it to a world class event like this, you realize, oh,
mm,
there's a whole world outside because the human body
mm,
is the human body.
mm.
It's, regardless of culture or language,
Yes,
humans have needs, and medical sciences are
mm,
a universal human concern.
mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Great. I'm glad it was inspiring, and I'm
mm.
glad that you were successful.
Yeah.
And um, is there something that you realize, oh, I need to work on this more from this point on? I want to do more of this or something. You understand what I mean? Was there something you're like, oh, I really need to focus on? Was there something that what, for example?
For example,
Yeah.
relationship between body control, body control and prosthetic design.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, it
Oh,
it's directly linked to rehabilitation
yeah, sure.
and many prosthetists prosthetic focused just prosthetic design, but
Uh-huh.
it's not good, not good. So we must we must consider prosthetic rehabilitation.
Yeah, when you're developing a product,
Yes.
you have to do what's called closing the loop,
Mm,
right? And there's something in education we call a spiral
mm,
curriculum, if that makes
yes.
sense.
Mm,
Like you'll have some prototype and it goes out and it's evaluated, and all of the criticism comes back and like, okay, next design. And this is what we call iterative design. You understand what that means? Iterations like 1.0, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0. You have these improvements that are based on the model's performance in the field
mm,
and feedback in use. And then you're like, okay, we need to make these changes. And this iterative process leads to greater and greater improvements
mm,
if you're closing the loop.
yeah.
If you're just sending products out the door and you're not involved in that loop,
Mm,
the iterative loop, the feedback, then your product is not going to improve.
mm,
But if you're involved in the iterative process, then of course, it takes time to integrate the criticism, and it takes time to come up with improvements, and that's the process. And then, of course, the analytical tools, like we have some really great things now, like we have these um, what are they called? The load cell, where you can measure torques
yeah.
in use,
Mm,
right? And the little data loggers on the prosthetic,
yes.
right? Accelerometers and all of that, right on the prosthetic.
Mm,
You can integrate that data, and then of course, what is it? The video capture or image capture analysis, where you don't really need a force plate, you don't need a laboratory, just a normal rehabilitation area
mm,
can be used to evaluate with
yeah.
that. It is a type of AI
Mm,
that can recognize and even calculate center of gravity and all that kind of stuff. And then when you merge the data sets, right? And I imagine the software is really nice now.
Yeah.
Software that can merge these different data sets. Um, and then you can identify, like spikes or,
Mm.
oh, why is there this stumble or hiccup or, and then of course the thing about amputees is each amputee is unique
Yes.
because the stump length,
Mm.
right? And then other associated injuries, like if there was other neuropathic or musculature damage or you know that kind of so. But then again, you can kind of correlate. You can develop correlations,
Mm.
and then of course extreme edge cases with extreme short stump or you know that that's your specialty. But there's room for improvement, and then when you're part of a community, international community, it's
Mm.
world class, right? And you can connect with other people and ask for advice or form a team. Now, maybe your next step is to form a new team
Yes.
that is not just Japan, that's international. Because we have internet, right? And because you speak English.
Yeah.
And I do, you got to kind of feel sorry for the professionals that don't speak English. They're kind of trapped in their small world.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Congratulations. Welcome back to Japan. When did you come back? You came back last week?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Monday.
Yeah, okay. How was the food? You were in Thailand, right?
Ne next year's May.
No, you were in Thailand this
Ah,
last
no, in Hokkaido.
Oh, it was Hokkaido. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Next year is Thailand.
Yes.
Ah,
But Hokkaido's food is very tasty.
yeah, okay. The
Yes.
seafood, the fresh seafood,
Yes.
you like that? Yeah, and then the weather was pretty nice. Yeah.
Uh, do you know kaisendon?
Oh, really?
Kaisendon,
Yeah,
seafood
seafood
rice bowl.
noodles. Oh, rice bowl. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said udon. Yeah, okay. That's popular.
Yeah.
How was the weather?
Uh, it's very good sunny.
Yeah, welcome back to July in Osaka. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, Honshu.
Yes,
The
it's
weather's
same
pretty
as.
much the same in Tokyo as it is Osaka now, right? I'm just going to show you what it is here. Yeah, hot
Ah,
and cloudy. Hot and cloudy.
yeah.
Humid. Yeah, okay. Maybe you want to go back to Hokkaido.
Yes.
Yeah. So what? Hang on. What was the weather in? Oh, I got to push that. Where? There it is. Sapporo. Oh yeah. Huh.
Mm, it's comfortable.
It's a different world. It's a different world. Yeah. Okay. Well, next year you go to Bangkok. Did you say it's May?
May. Yes, May. May, March. Uh,
March
March.
would be.
March.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
But April and May in Bangkok is terribly hot.
Mm,
It is really, really hot. I made a mistake one time in Golden Week,
mm,
Japan. I had a holiday, so I went
yeah.
to Vietnam.
Mm,
Oh, it was like a toaster oven.
mm,
It was just incredibly hot. Yeah, so yeah, March, I think you're okay.
yeah.
But you don't want to be there in Japanese spring. Is the weather there is terrible. The
Mm,
Japanese spring is nice to be in Japan. Okay, so we will look forward to this upcoming uh, next spring, next year, early next year.
yeah.
You're considering your topic, so
Yes.
we're gonna move into you wrote you have a page for me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll share my screen.
Yes.
Nice warm up discussion. I don't want to jump right onto the paper right away. Maybe that's what you talked about, right? Where are you there? Okay. Ah, hard to pronounce. Okay. There we go. Wait a minute. Do you have a text from this week?
This
Yes.
one.
Okay, there it is. Oh, that looks good. Oh, salmon. I love salmon. Is it
Oh,
salmon and tuna? What's going on here? It's everything.
yes.
My God, it's
50
huge.
seafood.
Ah, yeah, we can let's do this first, and then we'll come back to pronunciation practice at the end, if you're okay with that. We'll stay on topic here. Oh, okay, that's the end. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, we just touched on that, didn't we? Excellent. Yusuke, did you receive it?
Yes, I received it.
Great. One moment. I need to change my name here. I wish it would do it automatically. They want me to buy it. I can't afford it, but I'm just changing my name. Okay. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Please read.
On July 4th, I gave an oral presentation in English at an academic conference held in Sapporo.
Academic.
Academic.
Mm.
At the international session, there were 11 speakers in total, 7 from Japan, including myself, 1 from Texas, and 3 from Thailand.
Mm.
My 7 minutes presentation was on my research theme. Get
7-minute presentation.
7 minutes
No,
presentation.
be careful. My 7-minute presentation.
My 7 minutes presentation.
Yeah, be careful. It's minute.
Minute.
Yes, exactly. Not minutes. Good.
Yes,
Okay.
I see.
All right.
Minute.
Yeah.
My 7 minute presentation was on my research theme,
Mm.
gait analysis for individuals with lower limb amputation. During the Q&A session, one prosthetist from Hong Kong gave me valuable feedback.
Prosthetist.
Prosthetist.
Valuable.
Valuable.
Good.
He pointed out that prosthetic gait is very difficult to summarize as research because there are so many variables for each individuals, like the
Each
underlying
individual. Each individual.
each individual,
Mm.
like the underlying disease led that
That led to the.
that led to the amputation.
Mm.
The surgical technique used, the residual limb length, the specific components of the prosthesis, and the alignment setup of the prosthesis.
Yeah, now hang on a second. Prosthesis. The specific components and the alignment setup of the prosthesis.
The specific components of the
No.
prosthesis.
You were going to collapse that. We don't need to say of the prosthesis twice. So we can say it this way: the specific components and the alignment setup of the prosthesis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The specific components and the alignment setup of the prosthesis.
And we don't need two thes, so we could say the specific components and I'm sorry, one moment. The specific components and alignment setup of the prosthesis.
The specific components and alignment setup of the prosthesis.
Good, very good.
He commented that trying to represent such a complex type of walking using simple kinematics was a very interesting and valuable challenge. Thanks to all my presentation, I feel
Preparation.
sorry. Thanks to all my preparation, I feel the presentation itself went really well. However, the Q&A session made me realize that I still need to work much harder to,
Yeah, you don't need to work much harder,
Mhm.
but you still need to work.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The Q&A session made me realize that I still need to work to improve my ability to answer questions on the spot.
Hmm.
By the way, after the conference, I had a 15 seafood rice bowl, kaisendon in Hokkaido,
Mhm.
and it was absolutely delicious.
Amazing. Hokkaido.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have questions here? Why don't we save the questions for this page till next week? And then we'll go back to the previous week's work. Okay? Is that fine? Unless you have
Yes.
something specific now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Oh, wrong one, wrong button. Hard to pronounce. You know, Tema,
Tema.
that's a
Theme.
German pronunciation.
Mm.
I was listening to a German man speaking, and he said the word Thema, and I'm like, oh my
Mm.
God, the Japanese are using the German form. In English, it's theme.
Theme.
Yeah, yeah. The first time I heard Thema, I was in Japan. There are a number of German words that Japanese use, like arbeito or
Mm.
arbeite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. So in English, theme.
Theme.
Specifically,
Specifically.
no, it's not Kali. It's like
Specifically.
like if you imagine clean, clear,
Mhm.
clee,
Cre-
specifically.
Specifically.
Yes, there you go. Specifically. So there's four syllables. Specifically. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Specifically.
Specifically. Specifically.
Specifically. One, two, three, four. Specifically.
Specifically.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Heavily relies.
Heavily relies.
Okay. Intuition.
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 Papa, papa. Papa,
Intuition.
papa.
Uh,
Intuition.
intuition.
Mm. Standardized methods.
Standardized method.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Okay. And any questions there?
No, no,
Okay,
that's
that's good
all.
work. We have spent a lot of time on paper and we've covered a lot of material. We've covered a lot of ground. It's kind of nice to have a conversation.
Yeah.
As you notice, the Q&A session is like a conversation. Um, hopefully we can get the balance right. So we balance the amount of paperwork and the amount of it's not free talking, but it's discussion. Um, when I started the system many years ago, there were two types of students. There were textbook students,
Mm.
their level was low, and they didn't want to leave the textbook because they were so afraid they couldn't function in a conversation. And then you had higher level students that just wanted what they call free talking.
Mm.
But I realized it's not free. Eikaiwa classes have always been expensive. So how could we make the best of both worlds? Because we definitely have a lot of what we call paper English students that can't get out of the off the page. They can't have a conversation.
Yeah.
And but then if we're just having discussion, it kind of goes. in one ear, out the other. We don't have any retention. So if we can get the balance right, where we have a written material that we focus on the details and then discussion. Did you notice that before I even read your your paper today, that we started touching on these topics of trying to quantify um, subjective, very subjective topics, right? The human body is the human psychologically, physically is very subjective, which means it's based on the subject, the person.
Yeah.
Sometimes we say it's personal or even unique. Whereas science tries to make objective sense, a quantification of the world, the universe. And with things like chemical elements and physical models and engineering mechanics, that's quite possible, computer science. But when you start talking about psychology or human performance, quality of life, right? We move from the quantity to quality space, and things become more ambiguous and difficult to quantify. But now we do have some really nice analytical tools, like we were talking about these logging SD cards or even Wi-Fi connected. I don't know if have you ever used like a Bluetooth connected device where you can get wireless report real time from the. You've used those type of
Yes.
data logging. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Wireless data logging. So wow. Combined with using just normal cameras and image analysis where you don't have to stick a bunch of dots
Mm.
or use a special high contrast background or an artificial laboratory setting where basically every patient can be I don't want to say analyzed, but quantified. The performance, every individual has an opportunity to be quantified.
Mm.
And but then the challenge comes, more data, more better. You know what that you know what I'm saying? You're a large number of individuals, a large number of repetitions, or a lengthy rehabilitative um, series, right? Like
Yeah.
weeks, months, maybe years
Mm.
of tracking, right? And individual based data sets. Of course, then there's also privacy. The patients will be giving some kind of an anonymous patient number so that they're anonymized. They're not they you can maintain their privacy,
Mm.
right? That's part of the process.
Mm.
Yeah. So could you talk about that a little bit?
Uh, I my I'm interested in quantitative theme
Mm,
about amputees' daily activities.
mm.
So
Like
I'm
not in the rehabilitative setting, but at home.
yes at
Mm,
home.
mm.
So they they use different ability to make some daily activity motion.
Mm.
So I want to know their idea for doing daily activities.
There's one example. You know the little minita, like the mint candies for fresh breath?
Yes.
One patient had taken this little plastic box and he stuck it between the stump and the prosthetic to get
Mm.
as a wedge to get a better fit.
Yes.
You know about that? Have
Yes.
you seen that before?
So I got a small logger for
Oh,
tracking
okay.
his living.
Yeah.
activity.
But no, this patient had taken a little mint box and squeezed it between his stump and the prosthetic and the
Uh,
socket because
my
he didn't
my
get.
roga is uh my
Oh, is
roga
about
is uh 5 centimeters
okay.
and very
But now, where do you place it? Do you place it on the prosthetic, on the outside of the prosthetic?
uh, in pocket and pouch, small bag.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
patient have on
Yeah. Okay.
shoulder.
I understand what you're saying, but one example is what do people do at home? Sometimes people find that they just don't quite have the fit, and this man had taken a little mint box and stuffed it in between the his stump and
Yeah.
the prosthetic to get a better
Yes.
fit. And
Mm.
that's an example of how a patient was able to improve the
Mm.
performance of their prosthetic
Yeah.
uh, on his own. And then, of course, how do you quantify that? Now, I imagine you can use pressure sensitive material in the socket,
Mm.
like an array, to try to map stress
Yeah.
points around inside the socket, and then everything gets logged in the data logger. Of course, then if you're transmitting that wirelessly, you can see it on the screen while
Yeah.
he's going through the motions. But the clinical setting is kind of artificial, right? Every house is different, stairs, uh, you know, uh, the situation at home, what the patient has to do in their daily life.
Yes.
They might not report everything you want to
Mm.
hear. So being able to download the data,
Mm.
like, hey, I want to look at the data, or the patient, it would even get transmitted automatically. Do you have that kind of ability to track the patient?
Excuse me.
Okay, so there are ways, like, for example, let's say their smartphone would email you on a daily basis the daily download
Mm.
automatically. Patient doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Do you use that?
Yes. I I just develop. I have developed for a long time.
Yeah, been developing
Yes.
a system like that. Yeah, so then the patient doesn't have to worry about it because, oh, I forgot.
Yes.
It just does it automatically if they agree to it, right?
So we need
Yeah.
to automatically log a system.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Of course, they got to remember to charge the now um are there is it very common for patients to use power legs? They're using like powered feet, powered knees,
Yeah.
and so these patients are used to charging their leg at night
Mm.
on the charger. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. How much does one of these state of the art legs cost?
Uh, Very expensive.
I imagine the state
Yes.
of the art legs
Yes.
costs are very expensive.
It's at least uh, five 500500万円、500万。500
Oh,
万円
that's 5 million yen.
5
That's like a new car.
Yes, yes.
That's like a brand new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 million yen.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. And then even up from there. Okay. Now you work with both the tibial and the fibular amputees, both.
Yes.
Okay. So since every patient, every amputee has a different stump length, they're going to need a custom socket. right?
Yeah.
The other part of the leg, like from the knee down for transtibials, they can use recycled prosthetics. Isn't that true?
Not not true.
But do you understand my point?
Mm,
Even though that patient must have like a transtibial, for example, they must have a custom socket.
yes.
From the knee down, they could use a an old used pre-used prosthetic.
Sometimes yes,
Sometimes.
sometimes no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Our our health insurance system,
Oh.
every 3 years we can
Mhm.
make a new one, new
Okay.
all all components.
Okay. And insurance would pay 70% of the cost?
90%.
90%. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What happens to the used prosthetics? Some of these now I do understand that the socket isn't really transferable, right? But other than the socket, the foot, the ankle, the
Yeah.
knee, or maybe just the foot and ankle for a transfibial, but or tibia. Okay. Gotta get that right.
In fact, some components can recycle. Of
Okay.
course, can use again,
All right.
but for safety, we
I,
recommend.
in a country like Japan, which is very advanced, developed nation, yeah, you would want to use the newest, the best. Are there donations of used prosthetics to other countries?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah,
For example, uh, Indonesia, for
yeah,
Indonesia and ガーナ.
yeah. I would hate to see these very valuable items just be thrown away
Mm.
when there are people, you see people in some of these countries, they're still using like the wooden leg,
Yes.
like the pirate from the
Mm.
pirate movies, right? And the fact that they could have access to some of the used Japanese medical. Um, when my um, child was born, my daughter was born at a midwife clinic,
Mm.
and the midwife had an older ultrasound machine, and it had a sticker from Hyundai on it.
Mm.
And of course, there was one period where my wife had to visit the new hospital because even the midwives they have to have a 1 day referral to the general hospital just to check. That's kind of the agreement that the midwives have with the hospitals. And they used the very high tech Doppler shift, you know, ultrasound machine. I was like, wow, look at this new machine. But then I realized that even the used ultrasound machine was a really nice machine. And throwing something like that away because it's old. Now, I don't know whether it was donated or whether there is a used medical market in Japan. Is there a market for medical equipment in Japan? Yeah, okay. And then, of course, these other countries can really benefit
Mm.
from the fact that, hey, Japan, don't throw it away. We'll use it. It's better than what we have. Yeah, that's amazing. But the ability to log data and have a very wide spread of examples um, to try to, well, if alignment, for example, like one patient gets the ultimate alignment for himself or herself. But when it comes to designing the prosthetic itself in a design that's going to have to be applicable to all these different amputees with each that has a different stump
Mm.
length and other issues like the doctor. Where was the doctor from? Singapore? Where did you say the doctor was? He had the question for you.
Hong Kong.
Oh, he was from Hong Kong.
Yes,
How was his English?
very good.
Yeah, Hong Kong people, they
Yeah.
got good English. They don't need me.
Actually, the prosthetist from Hong Kong is the chairman
Oh,
the session.
oh, so the chairman had a private discussion with you, or
Yes,
was it a public question?
boss.
Both.
Yes,
Oh, is he the chairman next year also, or does the chairman position change every year?
yes.
I'm sorry, A or B?
Ah, next year.
He will be the chairman again next year.
Yes.
It's good. It's good news. Wow. Welcome to world class research. Isn't it great to be in the English? Kind of feel sorry for all of these very hardworking Japanese professionals
Yeah.
that just can't speak English.
Mm.
Of course, it's the same in many other countries too, right? There are quite a few. Uh, we had something interesting happen to us in America in 1991. In before 1991, the Soviet Union and the United States were
Mhm.
in what was called the Cold War.
Yes.
And there was a lot of science, technology, engineering that was being done in the Soviet Union that the Western world did not have access to. Now, in the West, we came up with great, amazing computers, computer science, and a lot of things, software engineering, and that kind of stuff. But from the Soviet Union, after the Cold War ended, nuclear power engineering, metallurgy, like dealing with titanium, things like that. Um, Gymnastics coaches, like Olympic grade gymnastics coaches that from places like Ukraine and Czechia that moved to the United States because like, oh, the Soviet Union's over. I'm moving to
Mm.
America. And so the United States got a huge influx of technologies and expertise. Uh, it was really a brain drain for Russia.
Mm.
You almost had to feel sorry for their country because they lost some of their best people. Um, but then again, a lot of these people had to learn to speak English. And when you're older and you're a professional and you've done all this research and work and you haven't really spent a lot of time in English because during the Cold War, they did all their research in Russian. They didn't spend a lot of time reading English journals because it was the Soviet Union. But a lot of very professional people don't have English skills.
Mhm.
And the older you are when you start, the harder it is. We would hope that the new generation of researchers
Mm.
would take English more seriously. But and Sumiko and I, Dr. Yamamoto and I, we talk about this a lot.
Mm.
The interest in English is not very strong. Do you notice this in Japan that English is not very popular, or do you see a lot of young people studying English now?
I don't know.
I just don't see it like it should be. Yeah, Japan is still quite an isolated country.
Mm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, but that's the way it is. Hopefully, what you're doing now, this conference, even though it was English, this is in Sapporo.
Yes.
There were many, many Japanese attendees with no English, right?
Yes.
So they didn't attend the English session. They were in the
Mm,
other sessions.
not not so many people.
So the English session was not very popular.
Yes. But university students attend join the session for
Okay.
learning English.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully they're inspired.
Mm.
Hopefully that when they see more of their teach, this is a problem. These students, their teachers don't speak English,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So how are they going to get motivated if their teachers aren't
Mm.
speaking English?
Yeah.
But here you are, okay, inspiring the next generation.
Mm.
Good. Okay. All right. We have like 3 minutes left. You have some final words you want to say?
Oh, so the preparation of English presentation was very hard for me, but very interesting. Interesting. So I want to continue the
Yep.
uh, improving my English skill, and
Yep.
yes, so I want to try next.
Yep. Let's
Yeah.
keep with this process. It's working pretty good for us.
Mm.
Now, week on week, it's up to you what your topic is. Basically, this week's topic was, um, your the conference or whatever. But if you want to start getting technical, for example, your next presentation, that's fine also. But it's really up to you. There's so many aspects of English, right? It's a universe.
Mm.
Fortunately, you have a motivation towards this specialty.
Mm.
So whatever you want to do week on week, whether it's talk about Japanese seafood or get specific with the engineering and in your field, it's up to you. One page or a page and a half is usually enough. Uh, Sometimes Dr. Yamamoto goes crazy and she does 4 or 5 pages. That's okay. It's up to you. But, kind of a 50-50 balance of discussion and writing is maybe ideal. Yeah. Yusuke, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good work. Um, if you have any special concerns, like I want to do more of this, I want to work more on that, that could be the topic of your writing.
Mm.
It's up to you. But one way to introduce a new direction to the class is to write about it.
Mm.
And then that becomes the new direction. Because if it's on paper, then yeah, we can do it that way also.
Yeah.
But we'll just continue to march this way. It's working pretty good for us.
Mm.
Now you're on the schedule for next week, same time,
So,
or not? No, we changed the schedule, didn't we?
yes.
Oh gosh.
Next is on July 24th.
Oh, okay. So not next Monday,
Yes.
the 24th, Friday. Yeah, that's it. That's right. It's going to be Friday at 6:30. Yep.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. Any questions, just send me a message.
No.
Okay. You can always say if you be middle, then just send a message.
Okay.
Yusuke, I'll see you not, huh? Not this Friday, but next Friday.
Next Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
See you.
See you.